did Robert look to you in shoot-around?
Looked okay, but not really good enough for us to say right now that he will be for sure playing tonight.
What was it? I mean, what stood out to you?
Just his movements were fairly fluid, but again, I would like to caution everybody as we could easily come back in a few hours and say he won't be in tonight. And I think that after he goes through a normal pre-game warm-up, we'll be in a better position to understand if he's available or not.
How does having faced Golden State relatively recently affect the way you go into? I know they're in a completely different spot than they were when you guys last did, but does seeing them so close together, does that affect preparation or make things different for a team?
I don't think so. I think when I see Golden State, I think of a few things now. Is they rested their guys in the last time that they played, and so they're clearly ready to play basketball again. I've learned that I think San Antonio just moved ahead of them with the best record in the NBA. So there's motivation there. We have 16 games left, and 9 are on the road. And 11 or 12 are against playoff teams, or those teams that are like, Chicago at 9. And so you go 16 games, 9 on the road. The very large majority out of those 16 playoff teams, we're going to feel this time of year in a very real way, starting tonight, for those reasons I just said. And so playing Golden State, albeit, a few weeks ago, isn't sort of the thing that most comes to my mind. It's those other things that I've just said that give me a better idea of what we should expect tonight.
Did Joel go back to Philly?
I don't really know right now. Yeah.
Brett, well, what are you expecting? I mean, like in years past, like this is a new team. In years past, this was kind of like a rough spot for you. But when you come here, I'm pretty sure you're eager to see what they can do. And what are you looking for?
Very much like the Clipper game. Mm-hmm. This road trip has been punishing for us over the recent years. And I think the Clipper game is as good a blueprint, an example of how we hope to handle it. We were competitive, we were organized, we were there for most of the game, and we're moving forward. I look at what Rashawn's been doing, I look at what Timmy Luau's been doing, I look at what Dario Saric has been doing, and it's easy to point at those three that they're really on point and starting to play really good basketball at this time of the year. As a team, I feel like we're organized, we're competitive, we coexist, we know what our purpose is. And it's really just trying to see that against, maybe the best team in the NBA, albeit without Kevin Durant, on those types of terms.
Have you, I guess looking at the last, two elite scoring guards that can shoot threes, Lillard and Curry, didn't seem to have their best shooting nights against you guys last time. Was there any common threads? I know they can probably go off at any time, but anything that tied together?
I mean, it's such a focal point of ours. I hope something to do with our game plan and scouting report, influences that. By and large, those are outliers for those two. And, we got lucky in Philadelphia. You see many games where he goes, 0 for 11? You're not going to see that. And I just feel like we're doing the best we can, getting to their three-point shooters. When a team has multiple three-point shooters, you're vulnerable because you can give so much attention to the three-point line. Things can open up easily behind it, but you have to pick your poison. And so with Golden State, obviously their ability to score quick buckets, to get barrages of points, they can, rattle off 4 or 5 threes, in a minute and a half, and you blink and you're down 15. It can happen. It happens with them all the time. And so we do give a lot of attention to the three-point line, and obviously with Steph and Clay in particular.
Brett, with Ben, mechanics-wise, what are the biggest improvements you've seen from what he can do on the court?
Are you talking about his shot?
Anything that you see from the limited that he can do.
Familiarity with our structure.
Yeah.
The recognition of our words, our vocabulary, how do I fit in, how does he fit in within that world? give him the ball. You know, there's a whole responsibility. There's a whole feel to driving the car. He's our quarterback. He's running the offense. And I think that to do that, you know, even in a script situation, a 5-on-0 situation, it helps. You know, I see different things when I watch him out there. You can see how you can post smaller people. You can see how he might be able, you know, to be really effective in different ways than you initially didn't, drawing it on paper. And I think that that's the single clearest example of what I see him improving on and feeling more comfortable with as he comes along different trips and practices with us.
Have you seen improvement with let's say, ball handling, footwork, shot, anything on the court?
Because you haven't really seen, you haven't had the opportunity to do that as much as you would like. You know, it's been more like, you know, 80% stuff, 90% stuff, where he's just up and down the floor with the team as opposed to like really, in my eyes, working, you know, 100%, feeling people, bodies against them. You know, we haven't had that world. And so it's hard for me to like judge that side of it. I see improvement with his form. We spent a lot of time trying to get his elbow under the ball and have it be more arm than wrist. You know, really trying to get his arm under the ball and way more arm than wrist. That's coming around. But even that, you know, is a challenge when it's not sort of against some bodies.
How would you evaluate Sean Long? I mean, I think this is his ninth day, or maybe I'm wrong, but
we've always had a soft spot for him. You know, we feel like he's ours. He's a part of our family. He's a part of our program. He was with the D-League, part of our program for a long time. He went through all of training camp with us in Stockton. He was in summer leagues. So we've had him for a while, and we feel like he's ours. And so when he comes back, you feel like you're just reclaiming one of your own. His ability to step out, make a three, his ability to like have a finesse move at a post. He does have length, he does play hard, he is fluid in his movements. You know, all those things give you hope that maybe there is a place for him. He's young, he's a good young man, he works. There's really nothing but positives that come to my mind when you mention his name.
Positive, maybe. I mean, I know you don't have the ultimate decision, but likely he could probably be back for a second 10 days.
I think we're going through that. It wouldn't surprise me. Like, I have no desire personally to, you know, look elsewhere. I think he's a part of what we've been doing. You know, I think once we start learning more about Tiago's health, you know, that could influence it. But to date, like, he's done nothing that would make me think otherwise. I think the more we start learning about Tiago, that could influence some of it.
And that will also impact and because I know you guys still have for an extra spot. I guess Tiago would also impact.
Possibly,
one of those
that's
things
right.
if you go after
That's
him.
right.